Well, guys, episode 4 of Ping Pong Girl has been the most funniest and well-deserved character in this episode. In this review, I like to discuss two important themes that happened in episode 4. First, the captain has returned. Yes, the captain has returned. Now, if you guys remember episode 3, or if you guys have watched the opening or the ending, you see the girl with the long black hair. And who is she? We don't know who she is. Now we know. The captain is back. And Kurika, she's the... Let's just say, you know how captains are. Normally when a captain returns, you think would be badass. And think of all, like, she's ruthless, she'll yell at anybody. But in reality, she's a bit of a freaking pervert. Yes, she's a pervert beyond multiples. I mean, like, come on. I mean, before I even get to that, let me just tell you how this started off with. Okay, so we kick things off with the girls just doing PE. And Kiori sucks. She literally sucks. Okay? I mean, come on. I mean, I know she's good in table tennis, but she sucks at PE in her studies. But the thing about Kiori is that her personality changes so bad. I mean, so good. Like, it's like, I'm just gonna sleep during PE class like this. But when I get to when I get to my club, my after school club, I'm gonna go beating the shit out of him, getting serious. And her and Aguri's shipping has still intact because she's still shy and still grabbing by the shirt. So adorable. Now, Aguri and Kyo, they back and forth they go. And Kiori, something's off with her because she lost her rank. I mean, she's ranked 2nd. Aguri's still on top right now, still number 1. So it's been like back and forth, but Aguri's still up there. The only problem is Kiori lost 3 straight. She lost 3 straight her rounds. So I'm saying to myself, oh wow, what is wrong with her? She's losing them, you know? Something's not right. But I totally agree with Aguri-san in this whole chapter, this whole episode, because it's about her. It was about Kiori's personality trait. Like, you don't do much when your emotions changes when you win the club. And, it's kind of funny to see how her develop. But anyway, the first theme about this episode, I'm sorry what I said, but the first thing I want to talk about is Kurika, the captain of the ping pong club. Now, Kiori is the badass. I mean, she stopped 2 robot machines going side to side like a crab. And I mean, think about it, like a crab, sideways. So she just going 2 robots, 2 table tennis boards, and her own racket, and just going back and forth at each of the tables and destroy both of them. Just think how badass that would be if it was like a 2-on-1 handicap match, and she literally beat the crap out of you both in one fell swoop. That's like if Aguri was there and Kiori was there and the captain's all by herself with two table boards. She just got to first serve this here, get the first serve this one, and start going back and forth. But her speed and her dynamic just like breaking down on that. I was like, whoa. So again, Kurika, which is the captain, let me go back to what I said. She's a pervert. By pervert, I mean just sleeping on the big booby son's rack every time. I mean, looking at her, she has that, how to put this? You know how in Bleach you got Gin from, yeah, you know Gin Ichimaru, right? He got that evil smile like this and he smiles. But with hers, it's the same thing. She smiles and all that stuff. I'm like, and her personality is also like the laziness kind of way. It's kind of like L from Death Note. Because think about it, L is just like the lazy guy who eats sweets, doesn't dress like that. He just got to sit down on his posture, just doing this and that kind of thing. But he's a badass when it comes to detective work. Like her, Kurika is like that. Lazy, tiresome, doesn't give a crap, but she makes fun of it. And by perverty, I'm going to get you to the second theme, which is cat ears. You see, Kurika is the thing. She's a cosplayer. I mean, yes, cosplayer, yes. She had people dress up as maids and people in bunny girls, which is so adorable to her. She has this thing. you know, for daring people to dress up as the character, dress up as anything. So, Kurika wants to challenge all members of the club. So now it's 20 against 1. Kind of like the Royal Rumble where Roman Reigns finished title 1 versus all. What do you think? That's the same thing. I mean, come on. It's the captain against all members of the team, and I'm including the top ranks. Now, she said if you lose, you're gonna wear all the cat ears and see how the old kitten army, and you gotta do the meow thing. That was so funny. But there's a catch. Normally a fair game would be 11, but she's like this. I'll tell you what, I'll make it fair. I'll get 5 wins if you get 1. In other words, you just gotta get 1 point out of the 5. If I get 5, you wear the cat ears. But if you just get 1, just 1 point, you're in the team. So she's looking for people to make it to the nationals, all that stuff. So yeah. So as the list goes down and hard, we know her specialty. The captain has this chop drive, this chop move where it just goes like, okay, I'm gonna hit it back at you, but the heaviness is gonna pull you down. It's like the arm strength of her is gonna like, it's like whoosh. And you got the ball in your hand, you got the racket, you're trying to serve, but the weight is pulling you down. That's her technique. It's that strong drive, you know? Chop drive, and it's so brolic, they can't even reflect it back. So, 1 by 1, the captain just literally destroyed everybody. And having them wearing cat ears is so cute, especially with Booby Senpai. Just her fondling like a pillow with cat ears, just so adorable. But now, after defeating everybody, it all comes down to the last 2, Agari and Kiyori. And just like that, as we kick off with the end, her first box that she picked up was Kiyori. I mean, not Kiyori, Agari. So now the captain is going to face the #1 seed. And let's see, win or lose, let's see how it turns out. Both drives, captain versus the #1 seed. It's like captain versus lieutenant. Let's see who wins it all in this for next week's episode. And question is, will Kiyori fight back? Will she beat the captain? Will the captain beat both of them? Maybe. So tune in next week for episode 5. And remember, guys, if you like cat ears, go buy some now.